I love the fragrance of your voice. You're the color of oil. My favorite sound is your smile. I'm intoxicated with joy.
Today I am here for a Motown Writers Network interview with Eddie Connor Jr. His new book came out today. It's out today, so make sure you guys get it. It's called Unwrap the Gift in You. Tell us a little bit about this book.
You know, Unwrap the Gift in You really comes from the whole thought of, and you happen to be wearing red today. So
Right.
the fact that we're red boxes and gold bowls, which simply means that we're gifts to the world. We don't need Christmas, we don't need a holiday, somebody giving us a present to let us know that we're a gift. We have really what we've been looking for. The joy, the peace, the gifts that we have is all wrapped up inside of us. I heard somebody say the tragedy of life is to be packaged with gifts, be wrapped up with gifts, but never open up the package. And so that's really where the thrust of this comes from. Pablo Picasso was a very, very instrumental figure in this. And I said, I don't think anybody's ever done something of combining literacy and artistry together. If they have, very few have done it. And I wanted to do that. He has a quote that says, the meaning of life is to find your gift, but the purpose of life is to give you a gift away. And that's what we're all packaged with, gifts and purpose. We gotta open it up. We gotta do something with it.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I've been following you, stalking you. I'll go ahead and admit that. You put out a Facebook status, I want to say yesterday, and it said, I think it said, aspire to inspire before you retire.
Yeah, aspire to inspire before you expire.
That's right, before you expire. That was like, yes, oh my God, like share. It was very poignant at that time. Tell me what made you post that.
Really what made me post that is me, even though I'm still somewhat young, I always think about, what I've been through and what I've overcome and still how far I have to go, and me overcoming cancer, being a stage 4 cancer survivor, always made me think about, life is so short. And even though I'm putting this book out today, it's actually 2 months of the day my grandfather died, which I really just like, wow. 2 months of the day my grandfather died. I didn't plan on even writing the book, but his death almost in many cases kind of birthed something in me. And it reminds me of the fact that I heard somebody say, the richest place on the planet is not Oprah's house, it's not LeBron James' house. I know the king got another ring. It ain't Steve Jobs' estate. It ain't my house, at least it ain't yet. I know you got all the money.
No, not yet.
Not yet. So you're not yet as great as you're right now. Right. But the fact of the matter is, the richest place on the planet is the cemetery. It's the grave, because so many people go to the grave with gifts wrapped up inside of them, cures to diseases, mellifluous, melodious, euphonious music, greater than Marvin Gaye, greater than Michael Jackson, greater than so many other artists that we symbolize and recognize today. We have all these things in us. We have to use our gifts. We have to, as they say, die empty. Give it all that you got any way you can, whether they think it's great, whether they think it's whack. You did it. You gave everything that you had to the world. And at the end of the day, that's all you have. It's your gift. You come into this world naked, you leave out naked. You're not going to take the binge. You're not going to take your friends. All you're going to take is what you did, that dash in between your birth date and your death date. What are you doing with the time that you have? And so I think we just got to use it.
So what am I going to find exactly in this book?
You're going to find intense inspiration. You're going to find, and matter of fact, this is what I say. If you don't want to be stretched, if you don't want to be inspired, if you don't want to be motivated, don't pick this book up, because that's what I'm doing. Every single chapter, every single line, every single word, I'm not wasting any time. 12 chapters of inspiration, and I'm just motivating you and encouraging you to recognize, in spite of whatever anybody told you, what you can't do, what you can't overcome. Who told you can't be a millionaire? Just because nobody in your family wasn't a millionaire, you're going to be the first one. Who told you can't go to college or can't graduate or go back to school? Bump what they say. You have the inspiration, you have the faith on the inside of you. You got to dig deep. And so that's what I'm challenging you to do. I'm giving you steps to unlock your potential, find ways to, even during the holidays, to have hope, to have inspiration, to see that you have something that's significant, you're valuable, you're special. And in many cases in this world where we live in, many people feel like they're second-class citizens in America if they're not a Kanye West, if they're not a Kim Kardashian, if they're not a celebrity, if they're not an entertainer. No. You have significance, you have something that's valuable to offer the world. Whether you're famous or nameless, you still have something that somebody has that they need. Your story of inspiration. I tell people all the time, your test is a testimony. Your mess is a message. Your misery is ministry. Your stumbling block is a stepping stone. And I ain't got it all together. I'm a work in progress, but I'm making progress.
Right.
And that's what it's all about.
Right, that's good.
Yeah.
So tell us, what's the difference between this work of art, because I know it's a work of art. So tell us, what's the difference between this book and your last one?
This one and my last one, really growth. It's been 4 years since I put out another book, and I was kidding with somebody the other day. I said, it hasn't been 4 years since I put out another book. It just took me 4 years to write it. So really just growth. I mean, me just experiencing so many different things. I've been to Jamaica at that time, Kingston, Jamaica, where I grew up. We're called the team, yeah, man.
Yes. I found out about you today. I looked at your bio, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Just experiencing so many different things. I started a nonprofit literacy program for young males called Boys to Books, and just experiencing highs and lows. I mean, the negative, the positive, and just not just going through it, but growing through it.
Right.
And so this book really just takes all of my experiences of other people, dealing with so many hurts and pains, and finding ways to find power in your pain. That this is just shooting you straight at the heart. It's ripping out anything that's negative and causing you to really channel and change your mind to think on a higher plane. They still songs say there's levels to this.
Right.
So I'm taking you to another level, mentally, spiritually, socially, relationally, because when you recognize who you are, you gotta say, yo, I ain't got time to deal with this junk. I ain't got time to deal with negativity. I'm not no human garbage can. Some people you just gotta bless and release.
Right.
Right. You in my life for a season, or you in my life for a reason. This may be the reason that your season is up.
Right.
So just giving people real talk. About life, about relationships, about where they can go, about how big they can dream, and there's no limit to that. The sky is not the limit. The limit is the one you place on yourself and on your mind. And so I'm telling you, this was born out of a lot of pain, a lot of sleepless nights. I mean, sometimes I would have to be at work at like 7, 8 a.m., about 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm up at night till about 6 a.m., going to bed on the couch, pulling all-nighters, just working to craft, to revisions, revising, and saying, am I speaking to the people? Am I feeling the pulse and the heartbeat of the people? The pain of that little girl, the pain of that lady with the 2 kids and 3 jobs. Am I appealing to reach everybody, to where everybody can find something from this book?
Right.
And that's what I really wanted to do.
Right, good,
Yeah.
good. I'm excited about it. I mean, just sitting here listening to you talk about it, I'm excited. I saw it on Facebook. I said, yes!
It came out the blue. Yeah.
So you kind of like, did you plan how you're going to write it, or did you just decide, okay, just all this pain that I've been going through, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to write this. I'm going to write this out. Or do you think that it just came from divine inspiration?
It came from really me looking at a lot of different things that I had been through, especially I said, since my grandfather passed, Harry Smith Jr., who I really do this in honor of, and there's a dedication this to him to really start the book off. He says it here, he says, I remember he always said, if you're good at what you do, nobody has to tell you how good you are. Your work will speak for itself. I mean, he taught me how to tie a tie, taught me really, and gave me the ropes of moving from boyhood to manhood, being the only father figure that I had in my life. And I said, I want to do something in honor of him. And I had been writing a number of different things. I've been doing some work with South Africa, writing a lot of inspirational articles, things of that nature, just giving words of encouragement. And you know how I do it, drop it on Facebook and Twitter,
Right.
so on and so forth. Let me at Eddie Connor Jr. Make sure you get it. EDDIECONNOR JR.
All right.
So
Did
you
you
know.
get it? Did you say it one more time?
At EDDIECONNOR JR. The revolution will not be televised. It'll be online. I don't want you to miss it.
All right.
EddieConnor.com.
All right.
But just going through many of those things, I said I really just want to. I just need to let some steam off, and I really need to do this as an ode to him, but also give the people something. I need to give a gift to gifts, and I just began to write. You know, one page turned into 10, and actually I procrastinated. I will say I procrastinated earlier this year, and really procrastination is a thief. It robs you of time, it robs you of things, and I had a lot of ambivalence about doing another book. I said, how do I do it again? It's been 4 years, how do I do it again? You just do it again. That's what you do, you just dive in. It doesn't have to be like the other time, and none of these books are like any of the other books. This is straight from scratch, from the ground up, building from nothing, making something out of nothing. And didn't have a whole, you know, it's not about the money, it's not about this, that, and the other. It's about your dedication.
Right.
It's about your time, your inspiration, you giving it your all. And that's what I did. For 124 pages, I'm taking you on a journey, you know, from nothing to something, to make you believe that you can birth the book, you can open the recreation center, you can do what people told you can't do, using the steam to empower your dream.
What do you find is the hardest thing for people to really get inspired? I know a lot of people, you see it on Facebook, you see it on Twitter, where we share each other's quotes and statuses, but I think people like things for the moment, and they go, yay. What do you think is lacking in our community, you know, as far as inspiration or our motivation to start that rec center, to do whatever we need to do to unleash the gifts in us?
Yeah. And I'm glad that you asked that question, because much of this book talks about, you know, we're living in this age today, you know, it's trying to get something for nothing, you know, and also, you know, we got terrorism, we got violence and crime, and not just terrorism overseas. You got terrorism in the urban communities. You know, it's a lot of negativity, it's a lot of violence and crime. And I was talking to many of the young people that I mentor, and I say, you know, in many of these urban communities that we grew up, it's a liquor store, it's a church, it's a strip club, it's a liquor store, it's a church, it's a McDonald's, it's a strip club. How can you dream big if that's your only circle? You know, and so in many cases that stifles the dream, to where we just become locked up in just going around in a place of nowhere from generation to generation. We're not feeding ourselves spiritual wisdom, but also good product and healthy food. How do you sustain yourself in a negative environment? And in many cases, that's what I want to do, give hope, give somebody just that key to unlock their dream, to open that door. You know, and even our city today, declaring bankruptcy. 60% of the people in the city of Detroit, according to pro-literacy organization, are functionally illiterate. You know, without a vision, the people perish, but people also die for lack of knowledge. You die for being not an ignorant person, but being ignorant to the things that are out there to help you better your life.
Right.
And so it's really just an unveiling of somebody to recognize, as my good friend Shaka Senghor says, shout out to Shaka, he says, intelligence is the new gangster.
All right.
You know, we got to be armed with knowledge, armed with a purpose, armed every single day to go out and get it, to go out and grab it, to have that legal hustle. To say, you know, I'm not doing something negativity in my community, I'm doing something good in my hood to empower somebody. If I can make it out of the negativity, out of being not just physically incarcerated, but psychologically incarcerated, living in a prison without bars, based upon somebody's past, based upon being abused, based upon being stepped on, based upon growing up like I did without a father in my life, you know, without my own biological father being in my life, based upon going through negativity and disease and calamity, breaking out of that shell, breaking out of that box, and say I'm gonna live on purpose, with a purpose, and for a purpose, because I got a purpose.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
So tell us what's on the horizon for Eddie Connor Jr.
What's on the horizon? I have another book coming. It's gonna drop a little bit around February. Around that love.
And give us a little bit about that book.
That book is going to deal with relationship.
Okay.
It's going to deal with healing yourself from within. And I'm going to put that out probably the week of Valentine's week.
All right.
And,
You guys heard it first here.
I'm giving you the exclusive. I have not told anybody.
See, you got it.
Motown Writers Network. Shout out to Sylvia Hubbard, by the way. Right here, I'm in the corner with Kai.
Right.
So, Kai's corner. There we go. Connor and Kai.
Right.
Kai and Connor. There you go. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm also going to be doing some more things with TV, radio, and really pushing this whole literacy initiative for Boys to Books that I have to another level. We passed some legislation in Congress to bring to light about the plight of Hispanic and Black males in relationship to literacy and the interconnection to incarceration. 80% of prisoners who are in prison or in juvenile delinquency are functionally illiterate, don't have a high school diploma, don't have a GED. You flip the statistics and you teach our young Black and Hispanic males to read, they have an 80% chance of, get this, not going to jail instead of going to jail. And so really just working in the community, doing some things, especially in South Africa. I'm working with the Leadership 2020 seminar. I'll be headed there in 2014 to do some things down there and just really to inspire the masses of young entrepreneurs who are there and just see what I can do every single day. Like I said, I'm going to be pushing out this next book. And I'll let you know the title once I'm still working on it a little bit, but I got some things for the ladies. I got some things for the brothers in there.
All right.
It's going to be all inclusive, and I'm going to take it a step even beyond Unwrap the Gift in You. But trust, I didn't leave nothing out that should have been put in here.
Okay.
So I'm not saving it for the next book.
Okay.
So only time we got is the present. So just doing that. Anybody, wants to connect with me, of course, the website, eddieconnor.com, whether it's talking to your college, your school, community center, whatever the case may be, feel I'm, just informal, just a regular guy who's overcome some obstacles and wants to just help somebody.
All right, but tell us where we can get this book.
Oh, you can get this book at God's World. As a matter of fact, I don't know if this is too predated, but God's World, I'm doing a special book release signing. Exclusive. This coming Saturday.
Okay, y'all hear it? This coming Saturday.
This coming
Saturday.
Saturday.
The date is?
Is it Saturday the 7th? Yes, December
This
7th. December the 7th, this Saturday. Hey, if y'all watching, hey, we just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that you're enjoying it. Saturday, December the 7th from 3 to 5 p.m. at God's World. I'd love to sign it for you. I put a special message in there. You get my autograph, but you get a chance to meet me. We kick it a little bit. We just have a good time. And of course, you want to get the book. You can get it on Amazon. It's available on Nook, select Target stores. It's available, did I say Barnes & Noble? It's available there as well. It's also available on my website, eddieconnor.com, EDDIECONNOR.com. That's the #1 place, your source for inspiration, innovation, empowerment, and it's straight up interactive. So I want y'all to definitely go there, be empowered. Detroit, we doing this. We stand up Detroit time. We got to do it, especially with the literacy community. And I say, you know what, especially with the whole marketing piece, whatever you're doing, push it like a DVD, push it like an album, and push it, because especially in the literacy community, we get backed into that corner. You know, you got DVDs, you got music, you got all this other stuff, entertainment coming out. But information can be entertaining as well.
Exactly.
And so we have to continue to reinvent. We have to write the new rules in the literacy game.
Yes, we do.
We have to let them know, hey, what we have, our product is as important, it's as significant. We paint pictures, we give you that artistry, we give you that Pablo Picasso vibe, not with the paintbrush,
Right.
but with the ink pen.
All right.
And so that's what we do.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that concludes my interview with Eddie Connor Jr. I'm quite sure that you guys will be going to buy Unwrap the Gift in You. Signing off, Motown Writers Network.
Yes. It is available everywhere. And who I'm talking to, you right now, yes, you are a gift to the world, you're a gift to somebody, you are a red box and gold ball. I'm giving you that inspiration to uncover that gift, to unwrap it, to unlock it, to unleash it, to go forward. Nothing is stopping you but you. Get out of your own way. I'm giving you the empowerment, the step-by-step principles, the step-by-step tools for you to build your future. You gotta get the book. You gotta go for it. You gotta grow through it. You gotta move your mindset to the next level and have that motivation, that inspiration. If you want that pick-me-up, then pick this up. Get the book Unwrap the Gift in You, available everywhere, especially EddieConnor.com. That's where it is.
I love the fragrance of your voice. You're the color of oil. My favorite sound is your smile. I'm intoxicated with joyful